was like, well, can we just call you Tootsie? I was like, oh.
They turned into a whole honky.
Oh.
Me.
Right? You waving, we don't hear no sound though. Sound up.
Say something.
Me or folks on
You gotta
YouTube?
speak a little louder for us.
I gotta speak a little louder. Okay. I'm gonna go turn off this fan.
It's us, not you.
It's okay.
Welcome to the UnDustry podcast. We have great conversations about what happens in nightclubs, event spaces, people who should be on UnDustry. You're here with Jay Banks, Sunil Honeycutt, and our host came on immediately as she has work to do for the community, TUSEDAY Bear.
All right. All right, ladies and gents, welcome to the UnDustry podcast. I am the notorious Jay Banks. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special guest with us this evening or this afternoon, however you want to say it or put it, whatever day it is for you guys.
Hi.
We have the Mrs. Okay, I'm gonna let you say your name first. I'm gonna let you do it.
Oh, you don't trust
I didn't want to say it wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it right the whole time, and I gave you nicknames, but when it came on, as soon as I got on here, I'm like, wait a minute.
All right.
TUSEDAY Bell.
TUSEDAY Bell. It's all good. You know, we don't even like to discuss our age, and your partner Sunil posted the photo of me at my 45th birthday. I was like, great photo.
Nice. Okay,
no.
okay.
Yep, it's TUSEDAY. You can call me T Bell if you feel like you can't get back to it.
All right. I got you. All right. So
give us your resume. Tell us what you're doing for the community.
I could have, I was gonna say all that. I pretty much haven't. Okay. Now, as we were before we was really interrupted by my late friend. I wanted to take a nap at 11:30 and the show started at 1.
That's senior now.
All right. Ms. Bell, can you please tell everybody out there in the world what is it that you actually do? And by the way, welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming out and spending this time with us real quick. So but yeah, let's go on and get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's figure out what it is you do, how you do, and when you do.
Thanks for having me. I will get serious now. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm a community organizer. I like to say that I'm a people motivator, community cultivator, about 25 or so years in nonprofit. So when you think about getting people together with the purpose of a mission, with the purpose of a membership, them gathering on common interests and or based on community needs. I worked at the Salvation Army for quite some time, University of Illinois Extension as a food and nutrition, SNAP Ed, community organizer. And eventually the last couple of years, well, I shouldn't say couple, right before COVID, I was at Girl Scouts, Greater Chicago, Northwest Indiana. And here recently worked for Jobs to Move America, where I was focused as a community organizer on transportation, electric vehicles, but again, gathering people to a table that have a common interest in helping people in their community on the current issues and being aware about what's happening around them. So I'm kind of that person. I'm not nosy, but I pay attention to what needs to go and what needs to go forward in the next 50 years if we're not moving, right? So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. All right, that's what's up. Have you ever worked with any aldermen or mayors or mayoral candidates or anything of that nature since you've been out here doing this?
I helped a few friends in my community in Joliet. I'm from Joliet. Love
Okay.
Chicago. I'm gonna rep Chicago. I'm gonna be like right outside of Chicago suburb, Joliet, Illinois. But I actually helped a few people in their campaign on the back end. And then recently in the 2023 election, I ran for mayor for the city of Joliet. So I was an electoral candidate for mayor. And that was, I didn't win, but I
That's
won,
okay.
you know.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's what's up. Hey, you got your name out there though.
I mean, listen, yeah. And I learned a lot. Like I am one who takes stuff real personal because I was kind of raised that way. But now I'm just kind of like, it is what it is, right? I proved to myself that I'm pretty brave. I'm not afraid of anybody. So now I play my music just a little bit louder. You know what I'm saying? I like a lot of things a little bit louder.
Mm,
And so, that's it.
right.
It is what it is. I'm definitely working to really achieve something bigger than myself. So I'm like, I say neighborhood mentality, but you got to have a global mindset. So I can work with you in the community where you at, but I want to see your vision. I want to hear you talking about it. I want you to know that you're going somewhere. So I feel the same way about myself. So why not share that?
Most definitely, most definitely. I heard everything, and I definitely paid attention to you like it loud. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it from her first. So if I start, it ain't on me. I'm just saying. She left the door cracked now. Y'all know how I feel about them doors being cracked. I'm gonna kick that motherfucker in.
Who left the gate
Nah, I'm
open?
just joking. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. All right. So, Ms. Bell, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of working with the community and doing that type of work? Because like I said, I know the advantages is, being able to, get in touch with with the city and with the people.
Yeah.
But like what are some of the disadvantages? Like what things you just be like saying, Jesus, again?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm currently a fellow. Um, it's a fellowship. So if you think of internship, fellowship with equity and transformation, it's an organization in Chicago, Illinois, founded by Richard Wallace. Y'all go to that website if you want to understand where I'm coming from on a lot of topics today. EAT, EAT. So it's eatchicago.org. And one thing I'm learning in this fellowship is called a Freedom Fellowship. So we are working simultaneously with Movement for Black Lives Matter. So those things, anything that I saw as a challenge in my career, I know now I'm in the right spaces, right? So like I said, my vision, what I really wanted to go after, it wasn't always clear. You know what I'm saying? Like in college, it was just like, let's kick it. And then getting home, oh, you're back home. So it was the same old stuff. So one of the disadvantages now is just letting people understand it's okay to be where you at without, pushing forward your agenda or without saying, well, this is where I work, this is what I do. So, that's a disadvantage because a lot of times you show up to help people and they ready to talk. They ready to give you, and you still in your healing or you're still in your space where you're trying to really achieve, some bigger goals. So you have to kind of be able to sit back and listen. You can't, and when we was younger, people like, oh, don't bring your work home. You got to bring it home so that you can come up with new ideas. You got to be able to come home and you got to be able to have good friends. So that's some of the disadvantages. They are challenges more or less. You got to be able to really say, I come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I come from uncles who were a part of the drug use, right? I come from music too, but it took a ways to get there for it to be something that changed me and moved me. And so one of the advantages of working with the community is that even when you don't feel like going to work, you like, I get to hang out with other people. You know what I'm saying? You get to hang out with other people. You really get to create that vibe. You go where you want it. How they say, you go where you're celebrated, appreciated, and not tolerated. And most of the times that's in the community. That's where people just hanging out, doing what they do. They don't want to be judged. They excited to see you coming. They happy you at work because everybody else treat them like trash. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. Customer service. you can get treated bad. You get treated worse at your favorite spot.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. So, now I know you just didn't wake up and say, all right, this is what I want to do for a living. So what was your first love? Like, what was your, you know what I'm saying, maybe like your favorite occupation, your favorite job, or something that you wanted to do before you decided to step into that realm of, you know, working with the community and things of that nature? What was
Oh,
your first love? What did you fall in love with?
when I was younger, music was my first love.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's why we
When
call
I
it
was
love.
when I was younger, I grew up in church. And so I played the tambourine. I learned how to play the organ and piano at a very young age. I even played the piano up till college and couldn't afford to pay my own like lessons. So, but music was my love, even in singing in the choir and stuff like that. When I got to high school, I was in my first play. And so I really thought like, I can sing. And then I was like, oh, you can harmonize. You can blend in with the back.
Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you pretty well, SB.
Sorry,
You're loud and clear.
late to the show.
Welcome. Yeah, so music definitely, you know, the genre gospel, and just being a part of church, you know. And so in church, we did a lot of religious things. So we was at church all the time for everything, you name it. And I think that's how I got my love for people and my love for being around people, you know, being outside of the home, and just kind of being in another space. You know, that's where all the events were coordinated, you know, what you was doing on the weekend with family and friends. So I think that's where that gift for service and helping kind of was really first nurtured from my family straight to, you know, being in church all the time.
Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, you know, like, you know, married with family and everything, and working with the community and all. What do you like to do as far as like the unwind? Like, where do you go and hang out? Is it around? Is it like club space? I'm sorry. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, she can hear me.
All right.
We'll get a little more professional than further we go on in this area. I do apologize.
That's all good.
You know, our technical guy is just what the hell he is.
I actually had a list of songs.
But anyway, yeah, what you like to do to unwind and kind of hang out with your girls, but you know, certain spots you like to go and hang out and do your thing.
What do I like to do for fun?
Just keep in mind that, you know, you 45, I'm 46, so we get it. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I don't feel like doing nothing. I ain't going out nowhere. So it's okay to say, I like to stay at home, I like to have a couple one-hour stuff, and I like to watch me some Netflix. Because I do that, I enjoy the time I do that on my days off too.
For sure. Yeah, no, I definitely don't like to do laundry when I'm at home, you know, or just for fun. No, you know, I have been through like this transition, as you can probably imagine. Just like I said, coming out of COVID, being blessed to have this fellowship program that I'm in and the work that I do, staying connected to it. So I actually think for fun, like it's crazy. Like you got to beg people to hang out. You got to check people's schedules, and try to get people to come outside. And then, like I said, you got to turn off that knob where you're talking about work and trying to recruit people to be a part of your events. So I think like for me, what I do that's the most fun, for real, don't be out there judging me, like it's connecting with my family, like my actual blood relatives, because I spend so much time with people that are not my familiar in, so like I'm always on the phone with my sister and my nieces, like FaceTiming. I'm constantly, I think I'm a comedian, so I'm constantly like cracking jokes with my friends, like, checking in with what's the tea. And then just I'm a very private person. So when I'm home, a glass of sparkling water and a good book, you know what I'm saying? A little spliff. I'm good.
Okay. I was about to say, man, don't start sounding like a political candidate, real man. Talking about sparkling water and shit. Like, come on now.
A candle burning. No, let me stop. No, seriously. Yeah. So I don't feel like I probably need to find out like a little bit more about what people do for fun. Cause I don't know if I'm actually like, at 45, I don't know if I've really kicked this fun thing, hard enough.
Yeah, no, I get it. Everything is a little different when you get to that, when you get a certain age. So yeah. A couple of years ago, I took my kids to Great America. I got on a couple of roller coasters. I was checking my heart rate and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
that happened before. Hold on, man. Why am I feeling?
Yeah, you gotta give up roller coasters at like 37.
Hey, man. Hey, that roller coaster felt different when I got off of them. I was like, hold on. Yeah, let's get on this one, man. Y'all can handle that. I'm drinking some wine.
After she got an echo.
All right. You still got an echo?
It's not really an echo. It's just like y'all sounds got to balance out.
Me?
No, like yours is very clear, and then
Jay sucks.
Jay say something. Let me see.
All right.
You gotta get closer or pull the computer closer. For the whole stand, yeah.
All right. As I've gotten closer, I think I should be sounding better now, right?
Yeah, you sound a little bit better.
A little bit better. Someone let me know how you like real tech.
Sure.
We've been doing this shit almost 13 episodes in. We shouldn't be having these shit like this. It's crazy. Anyway, but yeah, so hey, like I said, my kids gonna do Great American thing this week. I'm gonna be going with my sister or something. I'm gonna be that spectating. I'm gonna be one of the ones with the iPhone or with the Android recording. I ain't gonna. I ain't too particular about these roller coasters no more. Not the fact that I'm scared of, but I think it's gotta be a health issue. Straight up. So Miss Bell, you got any kids?
No, I don't have any biological children. I have a goddaughter, and my
That's your
young.
management, right?
What you say?
That's the one that be there managing stuff for you, running around, waiting on her chips for everything you tell her.
I wish. She the one who texts me all the time. Today she texted me about getting her hair locked, and then she slides in that, well, I gotta wait till payday. So yeah, that's my doggone kid, because they gotta slide in how long they gotta wait to get some money to get something done. So yeah, my goddaughter is like my whole, yeah, she's somebody. And then my siblings are, me and my sister are 18 years apart. So I kind of like use that as a default, like, why you didn't have kids? Yeah, I had them hanging around all the time.
Basically. Yes, indeed. 18 years old.
Yeah. My sister 22. Man, listen, my sister is 27. I think she just turned 27. And my little brother is about to turn 31 next week. And then I had a brother that's 42.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're the oldest.
Yeah, I'm the boss.
Oh, you're the boss. Okay, there we go.
No, I'm the one with the big heart. I love them so much. I'm not the boss. I love them so much. I do.
I bet you probably whipped their ass too and everything when they was little. You had to watch them.
The younger two, yeah.
Yeah. That's about right.
I hung out with them a lot because I was gone by then. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. But yeah, I have sisters. I have no brothers, and I'm the oldest.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So they whooping was a little different from mine. I couldn't really Can't really spank the girls. I sure got my ass whooped. I tell you that.
You didn't even have to stand in line, right?
Yeah, I'm like, man.
You got yours first.
For y'all.
So Tyson, I know you have to leave us soon. You have a meeting. You are part of Economic and Transformation. Did I say that right?
Equity and transformation.
Tell us more about that and the war on drugs before you leave us, and then we'll ask you to give your social media handles, and then you're always welcome to come back and keep us informed of what's happening in Tyson Bell's adventures of saving the world.
Hey. All right. So yeah, so I'm a fellow, as I was talking about, working with equity and transformation. I am a member as well, and that's how I got connected with them. And so the mission that we have is to achieve social and economic, see, you were close, economic equity for Black workers engaged in the informal economy. So yeah, it's all about economics, right? At the end of the day, it's all about making sure that our people eat. And we say, don't compete with us, eat with us. So y'all say that. Don't compete with me, eat with me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't compete with me, eat with me.
Yes, don't compete with me, eat with me. And so you know, yeah, right. We got some. I gotta get y'all some shirts too. I gotta get y'all some shirts. So one of the things, you know, when you think about equity and transformation, I want y'all to think about is the informal worker and the person who is a laborer in the community. So, you know, they're serving dinners, they're selling cigarettes. It could be the weed man. It could be, you know, the person who does hair, braids hair, babysits, you know, your babysitter you grew up with your whole life. You know, that informal worker that's actually building in the community and has relationships with almost everybody, right? And so they are Black workers. They are in a systematic way surviving in a capitalist, you know, economy. So that Black dollar that we like to talk about and things like that, that's our informal community, right? So my goal with equity and transformation and our whole mission is to inform those folks about what's happening around them and make sure that there's awareness in the outside world too, that there's, you know, a lot of inadequacies in our community, extreme poverty. And then when you look at the other side of what we do, we were founded by Richard Wallace, who was also a formerly incarcerated brother. So we focus on the formerly incarcerated, those individuals who have been impacted, whether they themselves have been to prison, jail, or any type of systematic way. Family members sometimes say, you know, well, I wasn't locked up, but my son was, right? So that's a lot of where we come from.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Indeed.
With that being said, you already had a platform that was led to put you in position to run for a mayoral candidate, be an advocate and a spokesperson and a brand ambassador and a person who moves equity and transformation forward. You had your own non-for-profit, which was Seven Mountains. Share with us Seven Mountains before you leave us.
So thank you for bringing that up. So my nonprofit is actually Community Cultivation Project. And Community Cultivation Project was a platform that I created to connect people together, like a grassroots movement. When you think about it, I first thought of it as a youth program, and then eventually I changed the name. And the goal for Community Cultivation Project was to connect people through the resources that would help define communities through partnerships and collaborations. And during COVID, I'm not one to look for grants and look for money and look for support. And I knew I wasn't going to use like Instagram, social media to really try to, you know, get followers. Like I didn't have that whole like skill set mastered. So when I created Seven Mountains, it was really to be the LLC where you could still bring me in on one level, and Sunil, you and I have worked together like this, right? Where you bring me in on one level through your not-for-profit, and I can then be the conduit, the person who connects you to the community. So Seven Mountains was the LLC, and Seven Mountains is focused on the 7 spheres of influence. So while I'm sitting here with you all, you know, I believe that each individual, how do I say this? Each individual can influence depending on their approach, right? So you can be intentional about how you provide solutions. You can be intentional about how you guide a conversation, how you build in your community. So my goal was to take the 7 mountains of cultural influence, media, family, religion, arts, education, business, and government, and motivate and mobilize people to action. And I love doing that, because what people don't do enough of is they don't mobilize people enough. They get people to, you know, I mean, they get people to do things, but retention and recruitment is not one of those things that we're really good at. And I talked about this a little bit earlier, that I'm a community organizer, right? And depending on where you are in your community, you may not really realize that there's someone that's organizing you in a space. Like when we go to parties, right? Someone has passed out a flyer, someone has done something that has touched you to make you believe, like you said, hey, this is fun. This is what I like to do. This is where me and my girls are going. This is where we hang out. This is how we build. But a lot of those conversations that people are having in those spaces are about equity, about how they're going to treat their kids when they get home, right? A lot of those conversations are had there. So yeah, so those 2 platforms, while I was doing that, I started to meet individuals who were also campaigning and building programs around equity. And I ended up meeting and joining Equity and Transformation, and they were doing the United We Eat campaign in Joliet, and a health and healing program, and a restorative justice program, all things that I also needed. So it was only like going to behoove me to be a part of that. And then I think you asked me this, did you ask me about the war on drugs?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So one of the things that I liked is that they do take action. I say they, we at the time, we're talking about the survivors of the war on drugs. And so I was like, listen, I'm a revolutionist. Like this is my type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I found my tribe. And they were talking about how everyone, formerly incarcerated, informal workers, the Black community and Black people were still having like this issue in the community, because the war on drugs was like forced upon us. It was like set up in a way where if you were living in these types of neighborhoods before, you already weren't getting the resources. Well, now, you know, those communities are going to be highly affected by drugs. And so fast forward 2019, Illinois became the 11th state to legalize cannabis. And I have been knocking doors for 3 weeks now. Hey, let me talk to you about the war on drugs and reparations. And when people hear reparations, they're like, reparations? You know, are you talking about slaves? Are you talking about, and I'm like, listen, right now I'm talking to you about the Cannabis Act. That tax from that cannabis in Illinois is supposed to come to the communities who have suffered, and that's the Black community. And so we're talking about people who deserve reparations. We're asking for signatures. We're literally out here telling people the big facts about the Illinois Reparations Committee. But we're doing more than that. We're focusing it on the policy. We're giving people the information. And no matter how young or old, first-time voter, whatever they are, we're going to their doorstep and we're talking to them in the community that they live in across Chicago. And this is an Illinois national campaign that we're working on. And it's so important because just think about that type of movement. I mean, there's many more things that we do at EAT. The Chicago Future Fund, 30 people in Garfield Park received $500. And then there was a second round where 100 individuals received $500. So imagine getting $500 additional dollars, no strings attached. And then that's not even what you can compare to reparations for the war on drugs. You know, if we get thousands of dollars to families monthly, how our lives can change. So I don't take it lightly when people say change the world. That's why I say we got to start with people's vision and hope, you know, where they see themselves going, and they can do that. But we got to do the work, you know. So that's why I work with folks like Sunil and people in the community, because I think it's very important that they have the support they need. They have people like me who are willing to work, who are willing to talk, who are willing to get out here in the streets and say, what's up? Can I have a conversation with you? You know, and get their word out about what's happening. It shouldn't all be behind closed doors. It shouldn't be something that you got to get on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It should be a national conversation, a weekly conversation, a conversation you can have in your living room. We should be talking about these things, you know?
So as we have met each other through mutual friends, Tycee has accomplished many first-time accomplishments with my experience of dealing with her. She helped the infamous Blues Brothers, part of downtown, the House of Blues Foundation, do their first festival. They did it in Joliet at the prison that they ruined. Joliet Prison's old campus. Besides running for a mayoral candidate in Joliet, besides being part of her own non-for-profit LLC, and also moving EAT forward to help with many things like reparations through the money that's coming for the profit of now selling weed after incarcerated people and selling weed. Tycee, we're hoping to see you in your next expirations to still be a candidate, become a resident of Chicago, compete with us, and you know, do that time. But the stuff that you do, are there any plans to move any other projects forward if I didn't cover them all?
You know, I'm so focused right now with the big payback campaign. That's what it's called, by the way. And the reason I'm so focused on it is because, like Sunil said, a lot of the people that I've met, like even meeting you, Jay, it's just like everybody can benefit from thinking about how we get everybody on the same page. So I'm just building tables. I don't want to leave every tables. I want to build the table, right? Secure the people at the table. So that's 5-10 people. We were talking about this the other day, bringing Sunil in. I got to see a grand opening this weekend, right? And I know how many people
No, we can talk about it. You were at our buddies Corey's grand opening, soft studio opening, and we were with Lodge Professor celebrating our cancer celebration. Jay didn't show up Saturday, but he showed up Sunday.
All right.
And it was big.
It was big. Oh, oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
So Neil got a birthday coming too.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow, check y'all out.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of my guys, his birthday is actually today.
Zenobia's is on the 30th. Rest in peace to Big C for 23rd.
Yeah, Big C 23rd. Shout out to my man Big E on his birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Yeah. We got a whole bunch of people. Shit. Oh, Tycee, your video guy, Terrence Smith.
Terrence
He
Smith.
did Black History Month. He the one videotaped me for Black History Month when you did Black History at the Blues Brothers Museum in Joliet.
Listen, Terrence, he showed up and saved the day, right?
Yeah, I
need his contact information.
He came out with big ups, happy birthday to him. His birthday was yesterday also. Yeah.
Listen, he came through and saved the day. And see, that's the stuff that I want to do again, Sunil. It's like we had this panel called From Incarceration to Liberation, right? Because that's really what we're talking about: equity, transformation, being incarcerated, feeling liberated. And liberation is a form of freedom, right? The journey that I'm on right now is about freedom. Is freedom and liberation, freeing people from these, systems, these caste systems, these social systems. I can get real deep anytime, but I like to be fair, because one thing about it, like you said, is if I build another platform, I still got to build local power. We still have to have power. So going back to that table, right? I can talk about United We Eat, don't compete with me, eat with me, the big payback. I would love to see people pack out a room like y'all did this weekend and really get them in a space where I can say, hey, sign my petition. You know what I'm saying? But I really want that genuine conversation, 5-10 minutes. I really want to see Jay doing it, Sunil talking about it. I really want to see other people feel liberated enough to say, man, you heard about that big payback campaign? Like, they serious, right? It's 2 concerts coming up. And so that's what I liked about seeing that space, is that we all connected. Everything that we're talking about at Equity and Transformation, like, we're seeing the younger generation and that they want to be on podcasts. They want to be having these conversations that we're having now, and Corey's space is great for that. The other generation, right? How y'all transferred over to Lorraine. So that's why I keep trying to stay in these spaces, because music and media is a vehicle to me, you know what I'm saying, for us to share our stories. Like, that's when people feel the most inclined and relaxed, is when they enjoying good music, enjoying good company. When you with them in their community, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're really like, oh, this is a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? I can grow, I can do something better. I can be a part of something bigger than me. And we don't know what that looks like until we get results. So that's why I'm like, I do it. I do it.
So Don't Compete With Me, Eat With Me is Tycee Bell's full conversation, and she wanted people to ring the bell for her to be the main candidate in Joliet. Tycee, we know you have to go because you have a meeting to continue to help the community of Illinois, Cook County. We are standing by you. We will ring your bell saying, don't compete with me, eat with me continuously. And definitely that is a great sale when you said, let's talk about the money that we are now capitalizing on, the drugs, from the war on drugs to now used for reparations. That is vital.
This ain't something I'm giving us. This is something that's entitled, something that's owed to us. You know what I'm saying? So don't make it seem like we out here begging. No, y'all owe.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Y'all owe. Y'all know y'all owe. I'm talking about the government. I ain't talking about. I ain't gonna beat around the bush and all that shit. But yeah, government, they owe. They know what they did to us. They know what they did to our ancestors. They know what they did with the land. They know what they did to us. It's just a matter of saying, all right, look, here you go. And that's all we know. Have some of my kids, man. Y'all fucked us up. Y'all fucked up my parents, fucked up their parents, fucked me up. Make sure my kids.
Something wrong with you, way besides with the.
I'm just saying. I was in the crack era. You know what I'm saying? I was selling that shit.
This is the UnDustry. The words that are coming out of Jay Banks' mouth does not reflect the show, and as he goes on his rant.
Right is wrong, man. I don't care. I ain't perfect, and that damn government show ain't perfect either, but yet they want to say this is the land opportunity. No, hell it ain't. But okay, that's enough.
We do this every Tuesday, 1 to 3, live on YouTube. I am co-host Sunil Honeycutt. Here's Jay Banks. Today's great host is Tycee Bell. Tycee, our YouTube watchers are thanking you for your comment. Don't compete. Let's eat. Omaro, Katrina. Thank you all there watching.
How do we get in contact with you? How do we get out your information? Are you on YouTube? Are you on Snap, Facebook? What's your info?
OnlyFans.
Oh, listen, I just put the big payback in the YouTube chat. But yeah, so I am on what, I don't know what I use anymore. What do I use?
That's why I said.
Let's just like go Tycee_Bell and use Instagram. Let's try Instagram, because that's going to be like, That's gonna be, listen, I'm gonna get better at this because like I said, when they tell me to focus on something, I get like laser sharp focus. So you know, this like I said, this big payback, I'm gonna bring y'all in. What is it? CSC, what is it? Connections, what is it?
Cross-state connection.
Cross-state connections.
This is the UnDustry
The
podcast
UnDustry.
where we talk about industry issues, uncover and unravel day-to-day things that happen with artists, bars, event spaces, concerts, talent, performances.
Okay.
And you are part of that concept when the world is trying to move culture forward. They tend to use business because people have money and they buy into the fabric and content of the culture, which increases the industry. That's what the industry is. It's
Right.
one of the culture, one of people trying to make dollars, which is the business, equals the industry. And we're uncovering the industry. Take out the eye. It's the UnDustry show. We do it every Tuesday.
YouTube Live. Check us out.
Well, yeah, I got a partner that's doing a lot of this work with me right now. His name is Damian Davis. He I don't want to sound corny, but he does music. You know what I'm saying? He does music, produces it, all types of stuff, right? So I'd already told him about some of the projects that I was connected to and some of the people I knew in the industry. And he's going to be doing simultaneously for the big payback. He's going to be doing what do you call it when you do like small concerts or
a concert series?
Like if I'm in a competition, a showcase.
Showcase. Okay.
So he's gonna be doing these showcases.
Where?
Well, that's why we came and looked at your venue, and we looking at some other venues that you can do recordings and stuff in. But he knows
we're gonna talk to you offline. It's already established.
Yep, because he knows everybody too. He's from Chicago. He came back from LA to do this work. That's how important this work is. He came back to LA to get in touch with some of his people, like I'm getting in touch with y'all. So I appreciate you all for having me on here because like I said, it could be one person. People say it all the time. It could be 10 people at the table, but the more people we talk about and inform and get involved, I mean, it's the better it is for our entire community. So I just want to say before I head out, like seriously, go to eatchicago.org. Learn about our organization. If you want to contact me, Ticey_Bell at Instagram. We have a really serious staff and team dedicated to everything when it comes to Chicago, when it comes to equity and transformation. So, signing the petition might be the first way to know a lot about EAT. But once you kind of get in that next phase of things, you'll see, like, seriously, last year there was a Twisted Shauna concert and things like that. Like, we serious about our people, we serious about our communities. When we canvass the community, we actually throw a barbecue. We call that Take It to the Streets. And like last Friday, we was at 75th and Wentworth. And I think we served like about 100 people with hot dogs and hamburgers. And we do that every Friday. So this Friday, I'll know where I'm going probably later tonight. And we do that. So we don't just go in, like I said, provide information. Like we come back, we seriously, you know what I'm saying? We find out what's going on in the community and we come back and work with that same community. And we do that at the same time. So if I was there this week, I'll come back the third week of July and see those same people like, what's up? How y'all doing? How y'all been feeling since we came out, right? And by then they've told more people about reparations, or more people are now looking for resources that they personally lead. So yeah, for sure. So thank you for having me. Nice hanging out. I'm actually going to get on an Illinois reparations call now. It's a whole committee. So listen, we here for y'all. We got y'all.
As UnDustry does their updates weekly for the show, you also see on the UnDustry social media, equity and transformation up and coming events. So if you don't know where to find equity and transformation, you will find it on the UnDustry podcast. Ticey, you're always welcome to come back for updates. We'll talk to you later. We know you have to go. If there's anything else you want to share. Ticey Bell on Instagram, Ticey TYCEE_BELL. Go, Ticey.
Anything else I want to share? Just listen, folks, whatever makes you get up out of bed, whether it takes you 10 minutes, an hour or two, just keep striving, keep getting up, keep being positive, keep teaching one another what your life can really lead to, right? Because so many people are like, you're gonna run again, you're gonna do, it's not about me. It's really about what gets me out of bed, what keeps me going. So I just want to encourage people, build one another up, continue to empower one another. Like I said, this is about freedom. This is about liberation. You may not do it the way I do it by knocking on doors. You may be one of those people who just show up to the event. And like I said, those of us who host these events to bring people together, we're still a conduit to get us all to a safe place, into a space of equity. So transforming lives and building one another up. I'm always going to try to be the best person that I can when I get up each day. And I hope that you try to make somebody else feel the same way. You know what I'm talking about? So thank y'all again.
She timed out.
Peace. Thanks for coming out. Never had.
We just had Ticey Bell, but we're in an hour or 50 minutes of the show. We want to thank everybody that's live on YouTube. Jay, what happened in the club this week on the bogus side? I know it's your birthday, so you had some time off.
You know what? Yeah, I actually had some time off, man. So we're gonna. I think we're gonna chill on the club thing. Wasn't nothing really major, nothing too much. But I want to talk about the birthday and events that we had going on over the weekend. One I was part of, which was Sunday, which was pretty dope. I missed the one that you did Saturday. You was there Saturday, right? So yeah, explain how that shit went down.
Hold on, keep talking. I got
you know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna focus on today, man. Because like I said, the club thing was okay. We ain't had nothing too major. You know what I'm saying? Things was a little smooth. Once again to the cops, you know what I'm saying? I do want to say that, we know you guys out there to serve and protect, but when you come to the club, man, you're there to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? That's our time for you to sit back and chill. Because we security that, so that's, let us do our job. So once again, these guns, officers, can't let you up with these guns. It's a law. Like, you can't be around alcohol and everything with your firearm. You know what I'm saying? The only time you guys come there, you know that's all right. You gotta a uniform. You know what I'm saying? And we try to we be respectful and everything, man. So we don't want you guys get that little extra aggressiveness or feel like you gotta treat us a certain way because we know you guys are cops and we just go to let you guys in. No, that's not always the case, man. We try to keep everything respectful and keep everything safe. And that's for everybody. That's for us. That's for cops. That's for the alcoholics up there. That's for the prostitutes. Whoever's up there. We're there for overall safety of everybody. You know what I'm saying? But when you guys come up there, just know you guys, okay, if you guys are cops, you there to hang out and enjoy yourself, man. You're not there to, be out there and, you up there to have some fun. That's why you around alcohol and everything. Get you a couple drinks and, like I said, you let us handle that moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's all, man. My officers, man, y'all be cool, man. Y'all stop jumping down our throats, man, just because we won't let y'all in strapped.
Our off-studio engineer, Omaro and Katrina, thank you all for your assistance with the sound.
So yeah, what happened?
I didn't expect to do none of this shit, man. This shit was cool.
Yeah.
I really appreciate Lars and I appreciate Katrina work. Make me feel like it's worth staying in the game because I've been trying to pull out this shit because motherfuckers act like I'm something. Thank you for voting. I said, I don't even know how to feel about this shit. I'm doing shit culturally and trying to keep it real. They like, you a real janky ass nigga. So I'll eat it. I'll own it because they still not doing what I'm doing. They looking like pussies standing by the wayside watching me. And maybe I'm missing something. But that's my opinion on that. I already talk about being talk about
I didn't even get a chance to check that shit out. So I don't know.
I ain't show these cards. I got my shoe today. Did I show these before?
Only one way to find out, brother. No, we didn't see those. We got the shoe of the day.
Shoe of the day. Shoe of the day. So it's a Clark. On the Michelin side, they like bubble coated it up. Well, that's the inside. Wait a second, come up. Say, but we
Before
gonna
next
see
year,
it.
we gonna order a pair of Clarks with the dot on them.
Yeah, that'll be
I want
dope.
to see.
You want to do the Ghostface shit with a pair of
Hell
Clarks?
yeah.
Yeah, they got the bubble on it.
We're gonna order some Clarks and we're gonna dot them on. Cause I've been wanting to do that ever since I heard that on that what's it called? Beautiful Cuban Links.
I never seen the bubble coat style on the Clarks. I thought this was clever with the tag and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can dot these sway with the murder real fast.
Yeah.
I've been like putting the Clark game up because people do too many Jordans, shit like that.
Okay. Yeah, there's other shoes out there, man. Other brands out there. Yes.
I'm gonna do a double play today. Hold on. These my old graffiti Adidas shell toes. They survived the box. I found the box in the store. I said, hey, they survived the box. These motherfuckers 30 years old. Look, they still got the Adidas sign gone.
Yeah.
But
hey, remember Fat Farm started to come out with the version of the shell toe?
What?
Yeah. And I actually bought that.
What Fat Farm? Who Fat Farm? Russell Simmons.
Yeah, Russell Simmons do play. Telling everybody he's breaking shit.
Oh, man, he ain't broke. He American broke. He ain't Thailand and small country broke where he over there raping more kids. But I didn't say
what the hell going on with old Russ?
Over there touching boys.
Going through a thing. You got the ex-wife tripping on him. And I don't know what's going on.
I saw some shit with the BET Awards. I didn't get to watch it. I like that they gave Busta Rhymes his Lifetime Achievement Award. Doing 50 years of hip hop. I think there were other people before Busta, but I think Busta sort of he's probably one of the ones that could keep today's music and yesterday's music relevant where the kids want to hear. You know, like even his new song Beach Ball, it's like you got some little young rapper, then Swiss, Timberland, and somebody else is helping him with the new album. So I like it. He's always had the form of a little Caribbean, especially with shit going Afrobeat or Afro piano. Busta's always had the Caribbean vibe, American, New York style down pat. If it was from Scenario to Song Leaders of the New, what was that? Imperial Squad, Imperial Flip Mode. He's always been kind of ahead. Hey, so I'm on the outside looking in. Big ups to him, and big ups to him and MC Light. MC Light's gonna bring out a new project.
Okay.
I can't wait to hear what direction that's gonna go, because Busta's able to meet the middle, like enough for us, enough for the kids. 1 or 2 songs. If Light can pull that kind of shit, we're blessed.
On the real. Shout out to my man Pop, because MC Light is one of that's his favorite female MC. He is truly in love with her. So shout out to MC Pop. I'm pretty sure you know that MC Light got another project coming out soon. Straight up. Yeah, man. But Sunday went pretty smooth. You know, despite the rain. I was a little disappointed because me and Lorraine had set up that whole motherfucking backyard and put all that furniture and shit out there, and it just rained so hard. So yeah, I was definitely feeling some type of way about that.
I'm gonna give props to Lorraine, because bro, when we started, I was just looking at social media when we posted shit, but when we started, this is 1993 when we started. Now, No, 2013. I mean, 20 years of us throwing parties. We back in the tab because we done did big spots. We done, oof. But Lorraine really showed gratitude. She showed love. Wasn't no heavy charge on the wrist. Same thing with Large Professor. Large Professor showed up, just kicked it, smoked with everybody, play what he wanted to play, some hits and some dusties. He knew he was in Chicago. He ain't try to New York us out. Boy, the shit was 100. I had some friends feeling some kind of way, but that's on y'all, man. I don't have to go up north. I don't have to do y'all plans. I do with Sunil, concepts. Motherfuckers feel me, you roll with me. If you don't want to roll with me, don't roll with me. That's my new shit this year. As I'm turning to a whole nother age bracket, I'm not fucking with you don't want to hear what I'm doing. Just don't say shit, stay the fuck away from me. That's what I'm on for here on out. Because when these next business ventures come on, don't be like you was rolling with me. You was not. You thought I was on some other fugazi shit. You thought I was trying to fund motherfuckers, or you thought I was trying to be like other motherfuckers. I never have been on other motherfuckers shit. Never seen me. I roll with my friends, but I don't roll with what these other niggas is doing. I don't. And when y'all thought I was, that's because you're stupid. I apologize for spazzing, but I had a rough week, man. Like some shit really was stupid. Like motherfuckers thought I was supposed to pay for shit on my birthday. I was like, y'all unprofessional and y'all don't have a clue how this shit go. Like shit ain't what it is. Like I ain't out here kissing nobody ass. I got full fellowship. I don't help change shit around here without looking for the bag or asking a corporate. Here's my proof to all my shit, and I'm gonna stop after this. You never really see me with a sponsor. The sponsor didn't come from me. The shit I did came from my brain with my people, and that's it. We didn't kiss nobody ass to cover nothing. And that's including the venues looked out for me. And they did a solid. Even if they needed a little bread to keep the lights on, it wasn't no big dummy. So that's it. I'm done.
That's what's up. Fuck your truth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit wrong with that. Say what you had to say. Sounded kind of emotional, man. Somebody must have pissed you off this weekend. Probably got to talk about that offline.
I try to pull a move.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Every year somebody try to pull a move on me, and I'll be like,
and I don't understand it because this is something motherfuckers do every year. They know what you do. They know how you get down. So I don't understand what's the. I never understood it.
Shake somebody else up. I understand y'all been getting done by niggas, and then you see an opportunity with me. I ain't the one, man. Like, get the fuck back, because I'm finna ruin a lot of shit, and it ain't my fault y'all can't find a nigga like me.
And at the end of the day, man, it's just about getting motherfuckers together and having a good time, man.
Like Tyson said, man.
Like, man, let's link up, have a good time, get this shit cracking.
Ain't no nigga trying to win on nobody, man. I'm not trying to win on nobody. I come to y'all shit by a cocktail. You know, yeah, I had a good time Saturday, breakdancing on 55th in the middle of the street, hopping out the car, taking a piss. Yeah, it was my birthday weekend. I was doing what niggas do. I wasn't out here, lollygagging and shooting and shit. So that's my age group. We try to bring back our high school years or whatever. We don't be on, gotta do nothing extra. I don't need no 12 women surrounding me. I don't need no, sneak off to another country. I love my city, you dig? And that is what it is. But with that being said, we got some other things happening with the Rain supporting us. We be there every Sunday. We have to move forward with some other projects. Y'all will hear more about it. I think the equity fund got me doing something with Rain. Got me helping hand with adults with special projects. So so your son has become 20 to 40, whatever, or daughter has muscular dystrophy or MS. She has a foundation because her son had adult mental and physical complications due to physical complications. So she and one for people who have children who are adults. It's your child, but he's an adult. You throw parties and foundations for them. to feel like regular people. And hers is August 15th, and I appreciate her for that kind of concept. We want our family members to kick in and not feel odd because they can't. They feel like they can't relate with people without difficulties or disabilities. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta give. People don't, I ain't trying to be like how Nas said, people forget LeBron James and Jordan give. I don't have to tell y'all what I do. I'm telling y'all what Lorraine do, and I stand by. But the point is, I do shit like this all the time with Tyson, with Lorraine. I can name probably 10 other projects. Y'all don't do that. Y'all do it all for the cash, all for the club. So y'all can kiss a whole shoebox for real to the curb and get your teeth knocked out. And that's gonna be the fucked up part about me this year. And again, as I say, I'm finna stop.
No, you gotta stop. I like this.
This is the UnDustry. We do this every.
I'm standing on the two.
We do this every Tuesday, 1 to 3. And I try to be cool.
I've been tired of this shit for a long time.
I know you be trying to amp me up. I ain't with the smoke. I want to be trying to charge me. I ain't with the smoke. I don't need it because I get as I get oil in me to want to fight. Somebody got to die, nigga. I ain't the kind of nigga like we gonna talk it out. I bear with some motherfuckers for strength, but some of that shit is out. This shit.
Motherfuckers want me to show up at the event. I'm start charging.
I
want me going to speak whatever I'm charging.
Jay Banks, can you come? Jay Banks, can you come hang out with us and talk with us? With my bottles.
I'm putting name bro out here these Jack. I need to get paid.
Get your big $1 million club. We are not wallowing. We are not the niggas. What's up, Cody?
I got a couple cousins, a couple nephews, a couple of sports. So yeah, I'm start charging them. I didn't end all that bullshit right then and there. Say right now, I think a lot of bullshit. Start that price of your motherfucker. I bet. And then what's so crazy? It might start off slow, then you start getting more professional people that's gonna rock with you. It's gonna be a whole lot motherfucking easy. I'm telling you, just like that. Because you're dealing with these motherfucking inner city ass motherfuckers that try to nickel and dime motherfuckers.
But Jay, we know it's everywhere. It ain't just in the city.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying this is what
this is what
we deal with. This is the UnDustry. We deal with inner city shit. We deal with
man, we gotta have birthday drink in the refrigerator. Don't knock my cake out. I still got the cake for the party in the fridge.
Hey,
but the Heineken's in there.
I ain't gonna even bullshit.
Hey, get Katrina props if she got the cake.
Much love, Katrina. Thank you for the cake. It was good.
I know we got to echo Putin. Thanks. That's Jay got to echo. I'm gonna help him try to lower it in a minute.
Pete Mac, what up?
The Heineken's in the fridge. Grab it.
Excuse me while I take my quick alcohol.
I'm gonna pick an item of the week. Also, it's a classic that I'm gonna hang up, y'all. Look, watch what's gonna happen. It's the old McDonald's Jordan poster. It's like 6 feet tall. Like, watch. I'm gonna unwrap it. I found it when I found all the rest of that shit. Look at that. I got the other part that fell apart. Remember the old Jordan poster?
From McDonald's?
This motherfucker is huge. Yeah, look, I found mine. I'm knocking over shit with it. Yeah, that's the old poster. Yeah, this motherfucker is.
I think McDonald's have like 4 of them.
I don't know. I got
like Jordan. Those type of posters and shit.
Jordan. Wait, is he dunking on Magic?
I think he doing like a reverse layup or some shit on the niggas, man. He was clowning on it.
I got all the pieces.
Straight up.
Yeah, this motherfucker. I'm trying not to fuck it up.
It's already fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's do this drink, man.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
No,
yeah,
man. Nah, I want to open bit. You ain't better give me no motherfucking Mickey. I ain't gonna drink after your ass.
Shut the fuck up. If you don't take this motherfucker there, man. Motherfucker trying to
nigga here trying to roofie me, y'all.
Clean your refrigerator out, man. Can't even close the refrigerator, all that shit in there. Another podcast, you know, we get up and go grab beers and shit. Put breakfast on.
Somebody say, Be Blessed Music DJ Foxy. Is this Foxy? Is that you on YouTube? And then we have a product ambassador coming in who somebody who make their own product. I'm gonna send her the information so she can come in.
Oh shit.
Product.
Kind of product.
Independent soap, lotions,
okay.
stuff like that. Like the good stuff with the sea moss in it and stuff like that.
Does that sea moss shit actually work?
Well, yes. Besides keeping your besides keeping your thing in the thing, yeah, man. I ordered from Nico's Kitchen. Then my man from the Spin Doctor Squad, Meech. Rated B buddy, you know Rated B. Yeah, his buddy, he sell it locally. And I suggest the gummies from Nico's Kitchen to give you a good price for about 50 tablet gummies. And the shit is, man, it changed. Like, you know, regular shit, even getting drunk and having a hangover, it should help you with all that at our age. Yeah. Your bone joints, and as our product person comes in who uses sea moss, she might tell us more ingredients.
Cool.
We're just gonna wait on her to come in.
I definitely want to get into that, man, because I've been hearing so much about it, and all I hear is good shit. I haven't heard one person say nothing, just, you know, to discredit it or nothing. So,
I don't like taking it as pieces. I like taking it as a gummy because I'm spoiled by all these other products. Pre-cooked, pre-produced meat products. So it's hard for me to take the sea moss hardcore. And that's how a lot of these producing culture they process the sea moss. It allows people who are not used to using these products, which are natural products, with over 99 ingredients in it, to help our body. I mean, eyesight, like you definitely need it because you blind as hell. Like sea moss just for your eyes. You can put it in your hair. You might grow some hair. You rub it on your head, shit like that. Like I say, it help with your manhood lifestyle issues. Sea moss amazing, on my opinion.
Well, for the people, as soon as I get some, I'm gonna try it out and I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion on it. If I like it, if I don't, I will be expressing that shit. So y'all just be prepared. Yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely gonna check it out. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are UnDustry Live, the UnDustry, TUSEDAY. Unraveling everything from club life, security life, management, food, community, anything that got something to do with anything that got something to do with any type of entertainment. That sounds crazy as fuck. But anything that got something to do with nightlife and anything that you're part of, that's out there reaching people and touching them, that's what we're covering. That's what we're going to be a part of. And that's what we're talking about. All right. YouTube Live, the UnDustry, THAUNDUSTRY. Appreciate everybody that's subscribed and rocking with us. P-Mac, Odell, Trina, and 13, Tyson Bell. Everybody that's coming out rocking with us and giving us support. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, say he had all the posters. Oh, what posters was it?
I'm pretty sure he got all of them.
He said,
Granny had a whole room full of Michael Jordan. Boy, she was a true MJ fan. She had a shrine in her crib. Nothing but Jordan newspaper clips, posters, everything. And Odell don't know what I'm talking about.
Rest in peace to Deborah Lee too. Wasn't her birthday around our birthday?
No. grandma's birthday.
Oh, Tanya, I'm confusing.
Me and
It's
Granny's
first
birthday
my
the
mom's
same
birthday.
birthday. Me and Granny's birthday was the same.
Yeah. And Tanya's was a day or two before or something.
Straight up, yes. Happy birthday. Man.
Tanya. I mean, she got with us at the bed as long as she could. She had to get away from her mom, her brothers, us. She had to run. She was with us long.
She did about 2-3 months and she was out of there. She did a couple months and hit the door, man.
Yeah, living it up. Tanya said, I ain't for the smoke.
She's like, nah, I'm good on this. She was gone. Shout out to Tanya.
Today, bear with us with this echo as I get shit together. I had a long week. I'm also prepared for my 30th high school graduation. I'm part of the community committee to get that shit going. Everybody acting like it ain't a valid monumental moment for us. And, you know, some people with it, some people not with it.
Damn, 30 years. That's beautiful. Yeah.
So Big C and Tanya was the 23rd. Grandmother was the 26th.
I had the same birthday.
Man, make y'all comments on YouTube, man. We appreciate y'all talking with us and being 100 with us as we move this show forward. 13th episode. Today's guest was Tycee Bell. We had a great conversation with the sister about her just liberated concept. And she really added something that was important that I want to reiterate. They're making money for drugs now. It's a regular product. Damn near McDonald's and Walgreens and motherfucking liquor stores sell Lucy roll-ups of marijuana, cannabis, sativa, or PCD, or whatever the fuck all them alphabets is.
I mean, once again, you know, it should be just taking our motherfucking ideas.
But
I know these brothers that was out here. I know these niggas that was out here selling loose square and all that shit. Not even using the same concept when it comes to weed. They just get shit off us and leave. You know, what can you say?
It's a lot of people locked up still from that shit. Ain't no, they need a big check. Let them out, get them some money to act like a decent person.
They wrong for this shit, man.
They super wrong.
They wrong for this shit. They are so wrong for this shit.
So I want to welcome in the great, she'll tell us her product.
Hi, Don.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
But introduce yourself before we have questions about CMOS, which she is our first person who was open to send us products that we're gonna then talk about, and she'll give us some of what she thought was the show needs, desires, and wants. Because I admire her opinion.
Okay. And there you have it. So Don, please introduce yourself.
Oh, yes, I'll introduce myself. Let me first make sure that I get this Wi-Fi signal right, because as I just saw, you were in slow motion.
Me?
That's Anil. Okay.
Me?
Anil. So I should be right now. Does my connection look okay?
Yes, it does.
So I am Dawn, co-founder of Nature's Natural Lather. So it is a vegan bath and body product company. So we've been in existence since 2019, actually right in the heart of COVID, when we didn't know what COVID was, right? We just heard about it. Everyone was sent home from their jobs. So it kind of put me in a situation where something that I was already doing, handcrafted myself for my family personally, to start offering it to the public. So we were all about washing. But I'm not going to tell you what you all should do or add to the show. I'm really enjoying watching your YouTube channel and watching the podcast and getting the chance to see my cousin in action.
This Uncle Gregory daughter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, I am the oldest of the clan.
You are not.
Well,
I am.
Uncle Gregory kid.
I've been on
I'm the
Gregory
oldest
for a
of
while.
the
That's
clan.
crazy.
Gregory.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Shut up. Uncle G.
What?
Yeah. Good to meet you.
Y'all funny. You all are so funny.
That's the man right there. That's the man. Right there. I'm gonna leave it at that. I ain't gonna talk about no more.
Okay.
I'm getting scared over there, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Y'all something else. But yes, that's what I do. That's what I do. That's what my business, that's what we create. We create anything from body butters, body oils, lotion, creams, soap, liquid soap, cold process, hot process, bath bombs, everything you need, your essentials for enjoying the bath, taking care of yourself and taking care of your skin.
I have a hard time getting in the tub, so I'm gonna let you know that, man. It's very seldom you catch me.
We have things for the shower
I
too.
wouldn't catch me in the bathtub. You know what I'm saying, right?
As long as you bathe, as long as you get some water on that body some kind of way, you're good.
Oh yeah, there you have it. I'm sitting down, but I'm 6'5", so I'm a little long. So it takes a minute.
Yeah, you need a custom made tub for a 6'5" person. But yeah, I think I also.
I think don't take a bath. You know, after you take a bath, you get the water, you see that dirt film, that shit is scary. I'm like, I gotta get out the tub. So yeah.
And I get it. A lot of people feel that way about taking a bath, but taking a bath is an awesome way to be able to relax and detox. So relaxing and detoxing, soaking in the tub, adding those minerals and nutrients to the tub so your skin can absorb what it needs. So you shouldn't, shy away from taking a bath. You probably need to exfoliate your skin if you're seeing like a ring around the tub. And a lot of other cultures, believe it or not, especially like of the Asian community, they actually exfoliate, and they will even exfoliate each other. They bathe each other. So
there's some people you can pay to give you what's called a holy bath here. Yeah. So you just go get you a holy bath. But see, with him, he got pervert tendencies. His holy bath will turn into extra pain.
Listen.
Well, I don't have anything that'll help with that.
That's why I only bathe myself. That's why I only bathe myself. That's why I only wash my own ass.
Once again, this is the UnDustry. The words that are coming out of the
Don't touch me like that, I might fall in love.
Look, let me tell you. I already know. I've been watching the videos, so I know what to expect.
I'm just saying.
So, Dawn, I know personally, but share people your future expectations of the business. Also tell them first, again, repetitively, the name of the business, how they can find it, your future expectations, like traveling with it. That's your son.
Yes, he's peeking through. So this is we're co-partners. So this is the other part of the business. Yes.
Right.
So he's busy doing some other things pertaining to the business. But our future, we want to be able to branch out. We want to be able to have our brick and mortar as well. We want to be able to provide products that we know that our people can benefit from using, and it's not causing any harm to our customers, nor is it causing harm to the environment. So we're looking to grow. We're looking to expand. We're looking to employ. And that's where we see our future, not just in the United States, but also on the continent. We want to be able to provide products as well. So even with that market, and a lot of companies, they're doing it. They're there. So why we can't be there?
Yeah.
And again, the website is Nature's Natural Lather. You can find us on all social media platforms, including YouTube, where you can see some of the videos where I demonstrate making the products that we do offer.
Okay, so wait a minute. You make sea moss?
Yes, we have a sea moss soap. I actually have a sea moss soap. So this soap bar here, which is scented in spearmint, also is infused with sea moss. So we know that our skin is our
decoration
largest
on top.
Huh?
On the decoration on top. Yeah.
Oh, so that's just a technique that I use. I think that the soap bar looks more interesting when you actually texture the top.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not your ordinary bar. So now let me tell you what's different with making the bars that we make as opposed to some of the well-known companies that are on the market. We actually make soap. Okay. Soap is a mixture of oils and lye. That's what soap is. If you notice, there are some bars that are on the market that cannot claim to be soap. They claim themselves as beauty bars because they use what's called surfactants, not oils and lye. If you look up the word soap, soap is going to say oils and lye. And that's how you make soap. And that's what we do. We make soap.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Don't they use animal fat or something for soap too?
Say it again.
Don't they use like animal fat or something when they use soap?
Well, that's what the oils are, is they're fats. So you can use animal fat to make soap. We don't use animal fat. We use, the oils that you can get from the store. Olive, coconut, shea, avocado, grapeseed, things like that is what we use to formulate our soap. Because again, it's a vegan bath and body product.
Okay.
But you can use byproducts from, animal fat, especially if you raise animals. Normally when you're on the farm and you raise animals, you tend to use all parts of the animal, right? A lot of families that would raise animals, they would do that.
Yeah.
But that's not what we do. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Now with the sea moss, because I was just talking about it. Like, I haven't used it yet, but I've been hearing so much about it to the point to where I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and start trying this out.
So there are a lot of people that take sea moss internally because of the minerals that it adds. We are trained to think about vitamins, but we never look at minerals. And sea moss offers a lot of minerals. We infuse it in the oil to make the actual soap bar, and it feels so smooth. This sea moss soap has a whole nother type of lather to it. And I have to say it's because of what the sea moss brings to it. Plus, your skin is your largest organ. So this is a wonderful way, not just internally taking it, but also to absorb it through the skin. So you have to try it. We have to send you all out some so you all can try it for yourselves.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm just gonna start to think about it. Like I'm gonna start taking some moss and seeing what it do. Because like I said, I haven't heard nothing negative about it yet. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more of a negative base. So I just be waiting for somebody to say, man, that's stuff. I'm like, oh, we gotta leave it alone.
You go negative first.
I'm weird like that, but I haven't heard anything negative about it. I've been hearing it for a while, like even when Lisa left out local, she got some peaks, but I remember
yes.
when she was talking about sea moss. And Dr. Sebi, of course, I was reading up on him and everything. Nothing but reviews about the sea moss. So I'm like, go ahead and give it a shot too.
Yeah, it has so many minerals. So it most definitely could benefit, not just internally, but also topically too. Yeah, because again, you absorb it, and your skin is your largest organ. So we have to begin to look at what it is that we're dousing ourselves with every day. Because being that our skin is able to absorb, we have to consider that, because there are a lot of things that are carcinogenic, and it can cause cancer. So we have to begin to be concerned with the products that we choose to, bathe ourselves, apply on our skin, not just internally, but also topically too.
Right, exactly. Because it just seemed like everything that they give us to put in our body and put on our body, always some type of chemical base.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like some of the ingredients that you read, you can't pronounce the words, and then when you do find out what the words is, you're like, what the hell is this? And you add
Mother
this
Nature
poison, and you put this in bleach. What?
Correct. Mother
Nature
is nothing like what God has naturally given us.
So yeah,
and we have to begin to.
It's definitely something I want to try, man. Because like I said, I'm getting older, and I think I'm getting a little more paranoid now. Because I'm starting to read up on stuff. When you're young, you don't really pay attention to a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But the older I'm getting, I'm starting to pay attention to these ingredients that they feed us, that they want us to put on our body. I'm like, man, hold on. This ain't supposed to go on my body, man.
It's only going worse. Things are becoming heavily processed. I don't know if you saw the label recently. There's going to be a new label that Bill Gates is have his own farm and is growing his own vegetables.
It's clone food.
Yeah, exactly. And then you already heard the conversation some time ago about clone meats. It's like you just don't know. It's like, what has the world come to? Where are we going with this?
But if you think about it, of all the people in the world and all the animals in the world, we don't have we don't have enough animals for the food that we eat. So in my opinion, we've been eating fake food for years.
And that's probably true because there's a chicken place on every corner, right? Everybody's selling chicken. So where's the chicken coming from? And you don't see it being grown. So that is something that you have to consider and think about.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why we bless our food before we eat it, huh?
Yeah, we better. I'm starting.
Yeah.
Lord, please help me with this shit I'm about to eat. Because I don't know what it's gonna do to me later.
Exactly. That's where we are. But the blessing is like some of these things that we can do ourselves. We just have to get back to the more natural way of doing some things, because with some of those natural things, of course, it takes time. And we're so busy now more than ever. We're busier than what our grandparents, how our grandparents were when they were raising, growing their own food, and grandmama probably knew how to make soap or, and things like that. But some of those practices that we've done away with, we need to go back and adopt them again. Some of them, at least a garden. At least if we were to take some of the vegetables that we consume all the time and plant those,
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, our ancestors and everything else, that's what they was doing.
That's what they were doing.
They was growing their own food, raising their own.
Yeah. And living a different type of life. And some of them had longevity was longer. But hey, it's something to consider because again, it does take time, and time is something that we rarely have nowadays, the way we have to, work to keep up with all this inflation and everything else. But that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We are on the industry. Conversations like that are needed. I'm gonna have some personal conversation as we have a half an hour of the show left with my favorite cousin.
He said that about all his cousins, just to let you know that.
I
right
know.
You know who my cousins are.
He won't be talking about Uncle Gregory, so I'm start telling on his ass.
Hey, okay. He know you. He probably know only one other cousin.
That's enough for me.
Who is the other one?
That's
and he only know him for his antics.
I don't have no antics.
No, not you. I'm talking about my cousin.
Oh, which one?
And Uncle Gregory antics too.
Who are you talking about, Sunil?
I know some of his shit.
What other cousin is it?
Now he might not know the cousins. Him and my mama close like me and his mother close.
Mama,
okay.
So me and him been knowing each other. They was on 63rd at Anna and Lori's apartment building. They used to be around there where Unfred used to be. So he used to smoke with Unfred.
TMI.
I'm used to it. I
know.
I'm saying that's how close we are. Just to explain to you why he think he can act like how he act with me.
Okay.
It ain't no think. That's how I act because
because that's what it is.
He talking about he think he can talk. He think he can do it. What you mean? You think I've been doing it?
Don, you met him. We came to Atlanta. We came to your house.
Motherfucker act different when he get a podcast, don't he? Listen to him.
Brand new.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just playing. So Neil, you said that y'all both came to Atlanta?
When I came out there, and he's the one who dropped me and Stephanie off.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I took him through Bankhead.
Y'all so funny. You all are so funny. I think you all are.
You got nervous as hell, boy, when I took him through. What happened?
He should be used to that type of area, though.
He wasn't that night.
Wow. 47. I mean, hey, we lived in 47. You came to 47th Street. What's the difference?
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he, but yeah, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
I was talking to a one-legged prostitute out there.
What? I heard y'all trying to.
It was dark as hell. Like I think it was only like one street light per 2 blocks. So the shit was grimy. I ain't gonna even bullshit.
I heard you all was trying to interview some prostitutes.
Yeah, we trying to do that too. That's his idea.
You
want to put me out there? That was.
Let me explain what I'm asking.
Okay, explain what you're
asking. I'm looking for a person who is open about their promiscuous behavior.
Okay.
but not under the influence of like drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, it might be trauma. The reason I think it's a conversation worth having, men act like R. Kelly example. We act like he didn't have trauma that led to him thinking the superiority complex to control a certain amount of women at one time because he had the money.
Mm-hmm.
He could pull off. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? He wasn't a pimp. He was a man with some money. He knew his sexual demons or desire, and he pulled off what he was capable to do financially, like how people have multiple husbands or multiple wives. He just didn't marry them. That's really the lifestyle. Some people think it's sick in America because America has a certain ideal religious wise of how you are union. There are women who are polygamous, have multiple husbands.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
There are women who have multiple husbands. There are men who have multiple wives. But in an R. Kelly case, just explain that's your lifestyle and that's your interest. So what I am inquiring, so I'm clear, I'm being as clear as possible. A person that is still on the track, not a call girl, that is not like as honest as they can be, not under the substance of alcohol or drugs, who just likes to be promiscuous. She gets paid. And I know that exists because there are people who do it as call girls or OnlyFans or etc. And I'm curious of where their mind is. That okay, you can have sexual desires because you don't like, that's your habit. You like intimacy. You're being as safe as you can. You understand the risk, but I know they exist. There's no way they don't exist. They're human.
Yeah. And here's my argument.
In general, the average person does it when they have more than one child. Right. If you have more than one child, you have taken the risk. Definitely if it's been more than one partner, you have taken the risk with your life. So I'm saying the people that do it yearly with more than one partner and they know they receive a capital gain for it, is someone, she could wear a mask, or he could wear, we know men do it because they live another lifestyle. But I just really would like somebody that has no male testosterone ideal behavior to be honest about their promiscuous behavior for a capital gain.
And here's my argument on that. I feel like you said, he want to find somebody that's sober or whatever, that's not drug induced or whatever. I get it, but I don't think they're out there because I feel like as far as like a woman's stance and how a woman is, they're caring, they're nurturing. So for a woman to be out there, prostituting or doing whatever she's doing, she has to have something to cloud or something to cover what her natural instincts is as a woman, and knowing this is what I'm doing. This is not my man. This is not a potential father of my child. This is a customer. So I feel like just as a woman, what I'm saying, like for a woman or whatever, I think that she has to be induced by some type of drug or some type of alcohol to keep that natural being of who a woman is from letting that cloud her judgment to be out there doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If there is women out there that don't need drugs or alcohol or whatever, okay, but it's the ones I've came across, and I'm gonna leave it at that. They were always, it was always some type of alcohol, some always type of drug or something. Especially crack. When crack hit,
I can understand both of
y'all
y'all views on it. I can understand both of y'all views on it. And I can understand you all. I can understand what both of you all are saying. That would be an interesting conversation as to why. And I agree with you. I would think that it would be tied to some type of trauma, even if they think that it isn't. I mean, I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, but I would think that even if it's not, I would think it's tied to some type of trauma for them to be able to do that. Even if they don't know that it's due to trauma. I bet if they was to sit in front of a professional that deals with the mind and why people make certain decisions, that they probably would uncover something that they didn't even realize that was there. Because sometimes we go through trauma and we put it so far back that until somebody walks us through particular steps to be able to uncover it or unmask it, We don't even realize it's there. Things that we
Yeah.
been and forgot about. They could have happened to you when you was 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
exactly. Gotta be a reason why you can take them 10 and 20 dicks a day.
Hey, okay.
I'm just saying.
So one of our longtime watchers on YouTube made a comment. He said, "Is there something you can recommend to clear your
Skin
your
of
face?"
dark spots. Yes, we have we use turmeric. Turmeric helps with what's called hyperpigmentation. That's an unevenness or uneven complexion of the skin. It can be due to, like, say if you experience outbreaks, and outbreaks normally cause some type of discoloration. So our turmeric agave soap bar helps with hyperpigmentations and helps you to balance that uneven color, and it gives you a glow too. So yeah, we do. But it's our turmeric agave. We use agave instead of honey because, again, depending on where you are with your veganism will determine if you consume honey or not, because honey is a byproduct of a bee. But we do use agave, which actually adds moisture too, just like honey. So, and it gives the soap a boost in the lather. Anytime you see sugar or any type of sweetener, it gives the bar more of a lather. Yeah, a nice bubble.
I didn't know that honey was an issue for vegans.
I said some vegans. It depends on where you are, right? Where you are with it. Some vegans use it for medicinal purposes because honey helps to bind the mucus. So it just depends on who you're talking to, or what type of vegan you're talking to. Because some vegans, we don't use honey, and some vegans do. But to steer from that comment when it comes to the products, I just use agave. So either way it goes, you're going to get the same result.
What's the most recent product you have produced?
Ooh, I'm glad you asked. Liquid soap.
Oh, you got the liquid soap now?
Yes, I am coming. So we now have liquid soaps in several different scents, as well as body oil. So we have sandalwood vanilla is already set up for packaging. So it's all the same ingredients, it's just the scent is different. Then we have lavender. Oh my gosh. So this lavender helps you to relax. Lavender is, if you have a problem with sleeping, if you just put lavender essential on your pillow, oh my gosh, you're out. I used to give my grandson melatonin. And then when I found out lavender does that, I'm telling you, when he comes over and I bathe him and everything, drop a couple of drops on his pillow, he's out. When I tell you he's out, it's like it works.
That is a great, hold on, I'm interrupting you for a short moment and you go back to that lavender product. Is that your grandson, you might have been stopping him from his genius with the melatonin and the lavender, making him relax, because I've recently seen the concert he put on social media.
Yeah. He's something else. That young man is something else. He likes music, he likes to sing, and he's into songs that are like old school songs.
Yeah.
One day he was humming Tevin Campbell, Can We Talk? Right. So we were making something to eat or something in the kitchen. So he's just humming and he's just going. And I was like, how do you know that song? Right. So then I put it on for him. I looked it up on YouTube and played it on the TV. And then he just blowing. So that's what he was singing yesterday. And now he's into Michael Jackson and he's into New Edition.
How old is he?
That's what's up.
He just turned 6.
Wow.
Just turned
6. Yes.
But again,
that's potential right there.
That's what somebody told me. They said, please give him all the tools that he needs because he has to get.
They will drop it if you all don't encourage it. They will drop it.
They will drop it. Yes, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
going. 6 years old. Tevin Campbell, New
6.
Edition.
He just turned 6.
He already halfway there.
So lighten up on lighten up on the stuff that is gonna relax his mind. Let his mind light up. Let his mind explore.
Man,
No, that's to
most
help him go to
definitely.
sleep. That's
He
not
picking
doing that.
icons, man. He picking
You
icons.
know,
Those are
you found a
iconics.
natural way to basically give him cough serve. You know how the old hood grandmothers.
No,
Robitussin.
this is natural. This is on the pillow, and this is to
Robitussin and
help with
Benadryl.
is to help with all of his melatonin so that he can be creative and he can do what he needs to do when he's awake.
And
So
focus.
and focus, right? So making sure that
Mhm.
he gets the proper rest that he needs. I'm not, honey. I stopped with the melatonin. We do everything natural over here.
So again, tell us about the product as I interrupted you that you took.
Oh, okay.
No
So
need
back
for,
to the
no
liquid
need for
soap.
melatonin, but lavender.
The lavender oil on the
Lavender,
pillow.
yes. So we have the lavender liquid soap, and so then I have the lemongrass liquid soap. Oh my, we used this weekend. A conference had ordered or requested a donation for their bathrooms. So I had gifted liquid soap, and this was one of the ones that I gifted. When I went into the bathroom to wash my hands, it smells like it's like a candy. It reminds me like of a Jolly Rancher. And it smells so good. So I wasn't expecting, I use lemongrass all the time. I just wasn't expecting the liquid soap to smell like that. And then last but not least, my mango guava. So
Bring it closer to the camera.
Mango.
Mango guava. Mm-hmm. So we've partnered our liquid soaps with body oils. And we during the winter months, we normally would do a body butter. But to keep everything natural and not having to use an emulsifier, which is not that it's not natural, but not in order to give it to you as natural as possible. During the summer, body butters doesn't ship. They don't ship well. They typically melt. They're butter, right? You put them in heat, they're going to melt. So what we did was the oil portion of the body butter, that's what we provide as the body oil. Yeah.
Smart.
Now, for the body oil, is that can that be used as like a perfume? I mean, not, but like a cologne. Is that for like after you get out the tub, you just put that on and then...
Yes. So when you get out of the shower, you use the shower.
Yes, I do.
Or the tub, you're going to moisturize your body with your body oil. What I ask is that when you get out of the shower or the tub, don't dry off. Immediately oil your body. The water from bathing, that's your moisture. The oil is going to seal in the moisture, and that'll help with people that have dry skin. You're going to find that you don't even use a dry towel anymore. But I use more natural scents. So it's not a scent that's going to like last, that a lot of people uses a musk to help with the lasting scent of a fragrance. These are strictly oils. So meaning that it's not going to stick around forever, but what it is going to do is moisturize your body. And that's what it's designed.
Wait. A disclaimer. I have crevices on me that have to be dried when I get out the tub. I cannot
let it air dry. Let it air dry. You'll be all right.
I just have to dry certain areas because it ain't right that it's that
well,
wet.
But I hear you, and that's okay as long as you don't have dry skin. But some people have dry skin in those areas. In those areas, they need to make sure they capture the moisture. So it just all depends.
Very informative, and that was very nesting.
Okay. But yeah, that's our newest product. We offer it as a basket. You can get it with the loofah, and then you get your liquid soap and your body oil and a loofah.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to trying that. I definitely want to try that. And I definitely want to try the sea moss. I want to try the soap sea moss and the edible sea moss. I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Give it a good run for a couple months, and then I'm gonna get my opinion on it. I'm gonna talk my little stuff about it, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I definitely want to try this sea moss.
Okay, let's do it.
Right.
We are 10 minutes into the show. We do this every Tuesday, 1 to 3. This is called the UnDustry Show, where we unpack people who are living their life, giving their content of their lifestyle and culture into a business that makes an industry. Dawn, give us how people can reach you, how they can buy products again,
Yes.
And then we'll have a private conversation as the show ends.
Indeed.
So you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Go to Nature's Natural Lather. If you want to send us an email, info@Nature's Natural Lather, and that is where you'll find us.
All right, Don.
I love your ads. So I don't, we'll talk offline, but we can talk about this here. His mother, and our friends are freaking out about me being engaged.
Oh, why?
I know, I told them, and you have been with me through this journey. And it's not,
Why?
I had a long conversation with them. It's not that they thought I was a whore. They just thought I had no interest in you. I was like, that's
I don't think
interesting.
so. I think it was just a matter of you finding the person that meet the interest, well, have the things that, I don't want to say, that you feel
trauma that I
comfortable enough
experienced with
to
the
make it
Mm.
something permanent and take it, to that next level. I think we all can do it. We just have to find that person.
So how was your entry to your union that you have now? May we ask, a woman of your entrepreneur growth, with a family, with children in college, and
My
a
children out of
grandmother.
college. You didn't put my children back in school.
No, that I'm saying, you have experience with children in college, which is a challenge
yes.
for me.
Mm.
And now also being a grandmother, we're all around the same generation.
Yeah.
Share with us your insights of a successful woman in business and a family, and who travels to Africa, continues her
Yeah.
business abroad.
Yeah. Well, I think that number one, I think prayer is key. I don't want to go religious because I'm not going there, but I believe in there is a spirit that works on all of our behalf. We have to make sure that we're operating in the right posture so that that spirit can respond to the things that we're requesting and asking to work on our behalf. Whether you think it's the universal forces, whether you think that it's a God, whatever it is, I feel like there's an energy that we can tap into. And that was who we were made to be. That's from the original form from which we come. So
as you turn into a evangelist and said you're not being religious, but go ahead.
I mean, I'm not being religious, but I do believe that there is an energy source because I tap into it all the time and it always show up for me. So I can't act like it doesn't. So when it comes to different things, this is what I do. When there are different things that I feel challenged with, I pray about it. I call on my ancestors that were before me that I know love me, and I ask them to help and guide me through those things. Whether it's my relationship with my husband, something that I know that my children are going through, things that I want to, or I inspire or want to create or want to fix and correct or want to perfect, I ask for that higher power to work on my behalf. And honestly, a lot of these products come through that way. When I'm at a loss of something, I ask and the vision comes to me. So that's what I do. And that's what I move in faith, even if you don't want to use the term faith, because again, that can ties back into something else. I move without worry. And I know that whatever that force is that's out there is going to work on my behalf. Because first off, I'm going to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So that I am, that source can find favor within me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Are you in Atlanta?
I'm in Atlanta.
You in Atlanta? Okay. We will be out there soon because I got my oldest son and I got my grandson out there.
Okay.
I got family out there. So yeah, I will be out there. We got to get back out there. Definitely.
Yeah, come on.
I sure will.
But yeah, but that's
sure
what I do. Sunil, that's what I do.
I want you to share with people, man, you talk about that all the time. I just want you to share the insight that I'm always impressed as you. I think I'm older than you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
You have always guided me when I was a crybaby crying about Ernestine being who she was. You'd be like, shut up, fool.
Mama E, baby.
So
Mama
silly.
E.
Act like a game back. Shut up, little cuz. All right, cool. But with that being said, the other thing that you are very informative about, which Jay just brought up to me as we partied Sunday. I partied Saturday too hard, Don, like embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
Ernestine style hard.
Oh,
Saturday.
wow.
So I do hydrate Sunday, and I was good. They made me a beautiful cake, which I posted in the Vinyl Cipher on Instagram with my 2-year-old picture on there. It was nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was dope.
But you said he made you aware of what? What is you didn't
Oh,
finish
he
with
asked a question that you are aware of, very and like none. He wants to go to Africa for his 50th birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
So tell him
Yes,
about
yes,
some
yes.
of the challenges to going, what's required to going in 2023 as people liquidate from America to go to Africa.
Relocating.
Share with us your insight of traveling, making plans, arrangements to live in Africa.
Okay.
You're very
And
informative.
check this
please.
out. Check this out. Don't mention nothing about safaris and all that jungle
Oh,
shit,
no.
because I'm not going in there. I'm not doing none of
That's
that.
not what
I'm just letting you know that now. I'm not
doing.
doing none of that. I'm not being in
That's
them little
not-
aluminum trucks and them aluminum Jeeps while we getting chased by a 300-pound lion. No, I'm not. We don't do that. I'm not doing that.
You watching too much TV, but that's not what I. Not where I was going.
All right, I just seen how the animals look, and that's good enough for me to say I'm gonna leave them people alone, man. I ain't,
So to go on the continent of Africa, you first need a passport. That's
and I
number
have
one.
one of those.
You first need a passport, and then you have to research the country in which you want to visit to see if they require any type of visa. Because like Ghana requires a visa.
And that's
So
exactly
to
where I'm going. I got a friend he's gonna, set everything up for me, and that's because he's from Ghana. So that's exactly where I'm gonna be. Yep.
Oh, Ghana is so nice. I love going to Ghana.
I heard.
Once you obtain your visa, then it's all about booking the flight and figuring out your stay and trying to figure out what your purpose when you go. What is your purpose? What are you looking to accomplish? So you can go ahead and set that up. The life in Ghana or visiting Ghana, I can't say the life because I haven't lived there, but visiting Ghana, it's a familiar feel. It's a feel of like I'm home with family. Everyone there, all the Ghanaian people, they are so nice. You're going to see a people that look like you. You're going to feel like you've returned home. The spirits of the people on the continent of Africa, they're very familiar in their family. They're genuinely concerned about you. It's another level of kindness that you probably haven't seen in a long time. I think growing up when I was younger, if I have to compare it to something that's familiar to me, is how the neighborhood used to help raise the children in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the familiarity of going to the continent. Because it was like, you can go to Auntie So-and-so house, or even if she wasn't your auntie, you refer to her as auntie. You can go there and eat if you wanted to. You can hang out. You hung out with all the children. It's like that. It's like that back in the day growing up. Okay. Which is unfortunate because our children don't get a chance to have that today. And being able to move around and move about without feeling like you have to be looking over your shoulder or looking over your back. When people on the continent of Africa ask you how you're doing, they're genuinely asking you, how are you? How is your peace? Not, oh, how you doing, man? I'm all right. You know how we just said in passing. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. And another thing that you want to keep in mind, before talking to someone, you want to ask them how they're doing. And you want to make sure you speak. Because they're big on respect. You know how growing up, you couldn't call your auntie and your uncle by their first names, right? Mm-hmm. When I grew up, even today, when I talk to my aunties, it's Auntie Pat, Auntie Brenda, Auntie Ernestine, Auntie Linda. Mm-hmm. It's auntie, right? They raised us with that level of respect. On the continent, everyone is mother, father, auntie, uncle. You never just say, hey, Diane, you don't do that. You say, mom, whatever, auntie, whatever, like that. That's how you refer to them. You. It's the same way. And that's the only thing that I can compare it to is growing up with my aunties and my grandparents from back in the day, not the auntie and grandparents today. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist today, but 9 times out of 10, even the grandparent don't want to be called grandma. No, I'm grandma. That's an institution by itself. That's a level of respect by itself. You go refer to me as grandma because that's the that's where I am now, right? That's where I am in this dispensation in time. So you go refer to me as that because that comes with a whole nother level of respect, not, you know, shortening my first name and all of that. No. So it's the same thing. The weather is another type of weather. I think a lot of people that have a lot of ailments when they go on the continent, especially Ghana, South Africa is a little different. When they go to Ghana or maybe Kenya, the weather helps to heal certain things. The sun, the vitamin D that you receive on the daily helps with aiding in building our immune systems again, because that's the source in which we were tied to, you know?
Right.
The food you have never tasted before. The banana doesn't look or taste like the banana. It's smaller in size. You bite into it, you see the seeds. The pineapple, everything tastes like candy. You don't even have to get processed foods there. All you have to do is eat the fruit. That's all you have to do. Mangoes have juice going straight down your arm as you biting into it. The juice just dripping down your arm.
Oh man. Oh,
Yeah, you have to go. But when I said it's
ball
different
there.
from South Africa actually has seasons like here. Like right now, they're in the winter season.
Okay.
It's not our type of winter, but it's still winter. Whereas if you go to Kenya or Ghana, you're more than likely dealing with just like the rainy season, you know, where the rain is heavy. Yeah. But just find out what it requires to visit that country. They have Airbnb. Let me tell you this, because we're so mythical. They have everything. They have Uber. They have Lyft. Well, they don't have Lyft, but they have Uber. They have Uber Eats. They have vegan restaurants. They have fully grocery stores that you can walk into a grocery store. They still sell fresh vegetables and fruits, you know, outside like how they used to when we were growing up. They would have the little food stands where you can go get the fresh fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all throughout the continent. So you're going to find that you can go to up the street and go to one of them little shacks and go buy you some tomatoes and some avocados and things like that they didn't probably just took off a tree, you know. So yeah.
Man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm
You
getting
have
more
to
excited
go.
already.
You have to
I
go.
got 3 more
You
years
have
to
to go.
wait.
Yes.
But yeah,
And
that's definitely that's definitely my plans. My 50th. I want to spend my 50th in the motherland.
Yeah, the imagery that they have given us about the continent is so false. I remember when I went to South Africa, I was impressed. I was like, oh my God, this is, and I told one of the young men, I said, do you know what they show us in Africa? He was like, what? I said, they show us children with swollen bellies and flies all over their face. He said, what?
I've never seen nothing positive from Africa.
When you go,
they've never showed us like, any from Tarzan to the jungle to the natives, how they like to the starving children. They never showed, they never portrayed anything good from Africa.
It was always to separate you from your brother and your sister. So your brother and sister can stay where they are and they can colonize them there. And then they can keep us where we're at. So they can continue to profit off of us. So they never wanted the connection. So now that the connection has been had, oh man, we're about to make some stuff happen.
Yeah. Like I said,
and then you go over there, all them stores over there, Starbucks over there. KFC is over there. I'm trying to think of Lush. Wait, first off, South Africa has everything. Their malls are bigger than our malls. They have about 4 floors of their mall.
I heard they got a better Gucci store.
Huh?
They got a better Gucci store, if that's your thing.
Gucci, Prada, they have Nike. What all did we see? They have every store. H&M over there. Their H&M, not only do they have an H&M with clothing store, they have an H&M home. They have Woolworths is still over there. We don't have Woolworths more. They have Woolworths. And Woolworths is like Whole Foods.
Yeah, I was a kid, like Shorty, Woolworth, Venture, Zare. Oh man, they still got Woolworths.
Yeah.
How about Gold Blast? Do they still got Gold Blast over there?
Yeah, you so funny. No, they don't have that one. But everything is over there. They don't want for anything. Nothing. Everything is over there.
That's everything. Dope. I'm looking forward
even in Ghana, the mall in Ghana, they're like they They lack for nothing. They lack for nothing. I know I had a friend, and I'm gonna finish with finish off with this. I had a friend that husband was a principal of one of the schools in Nigeria. I think he was in Nigeria. They were in Nigeria. And the children, they came out here because the wife was from the islands and the father was from the islands, but they stayed here in Atlanta. And then they moved because he went on the education visa. So he was a principal of a school in Nigeria where I guess they consider her the first lady or whatever. The children had attended the school that they were in. This was around the Ebola outbreak because they had to come back out here because of Ebola. Right. The children came here. They were here at my house. And the son, who was 16, was getting ready to go to college. He had already, because the educational system surpassed ours. So he was going to Georgia State or looking at Georgia State to go to college. He was on the soccer team.
What age?
16. He was 16.
Wow.
Going to Georgia?
Georgia State.
Man.
So now,
man, we some bad
the children, well, let me tell you this. I forgot about this. They were authors of books. They have books that they have written.
At 16 years old?
At 16 years old, they're authors. So they were sitting on the couch and just talking. This is my first time meeting them since they was little children. And they said, we used to get PayPal letters. And I said, and I remember going to school and they used to have us do PayPal letters, right? We would write letters in elementary school, send them over there. And they said the children was asked, did we have TVs? And did we have cars? These children had chauffeurs. They would be chauffeured, picked up to go play with other children. And they're like, what? When you go on the continent, what you're going to see in these big houses, marble floors, flat screen TVs. We got to think about it. Technology don't start here. It starts there.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to South Africa, all the cars are Mercedes and BMWs. What are they? Range Rovers? They're not these little cars that we be driving over here because they are made over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to get out of this lack mentality that we are lacking and we're doing better as Americans. We're not doing better as Americans. We might have some things that they could probably benefit from, but they have a whole culture that we're not familiar with.
Exactly.
We still, but that doesn't take anything from us either because we've created a culture out of, having gone through slavery too.
Right. Is Tyson trying to come back in? Oh, okay. Dope.
Okay, but anyway.
You say you're leaving us, but how many times have you visited?
Oh, I've gone so many times. I've gone to the continent, I have to say the continent of Africa, so many times. And I'm actually leaving October the 3rd to go back to South Africa. I'm going to go check out a university to see how much it would cost to further my dental career and just look at the program.
All right, stop. You didn't talk about your dental career. I know you want to go.
Welcome back, Tyson.
About your occupation in the
dental field,
hygienic.
No, it's not hygiene though. I teach dental assisting is what I teach. I teach at a post-secondary college. I teach dental assisting. So when I go to South Africa, I'm going to look at one of their universities to look at attending dental hygiene school because to go to college there, and they have good universities, is less expensive than going here. And it'll also give me an opportunity to stay there for a few years. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
You a slick sucker, boy. I didn't know that.
Who
found a way to stay over there without having to really.
You can find a way too.
Hey, man, if I get out there and like what I do, I'm gonna find me a way. What you talking about?
We all need to be finding a way, even if you go over there and own some property.
Gonna stay away from the damn jungles. That's all.
No jungles. Stop saying there's no jungles. There's not any jungles.
You know the safaris. You know they do the little safari tours and all that old commercial shit.
But that's the same thing.
I do
that's
not watch
over
too much
here.
cartoons. The thing is, I've seen real animals now that I'm of age because people don't
We
understand.
went to the zoo at Lincoln Park.
The zoo, there's a real animal.
Bro. Well, you know, when you watching animals as a kid, you look at them as, okay, they cute, they big. But when you look
He
at
went
these
to the
animals now that
garbage.
they're grown, do you
He
see
went to
these
the
animals? Do
garbage
you see
and
the look in their eyes? Those are straight killers, and they know they are.
He went to the garbage in West Inglewood of Chicago, and a raccoon was in the garbage when he threw his garbage out. Now he's afraid of animals in Africa.
Raccoons like to fight, first of all. You make that.
You are
Raccoons don't
funny.
run. They stand there. They stand on their
So he
shit.
said a lion and a raccoon is the same level
No,
of
I did
predator.
not. No, I did not. No, I did not. No, I did not.
So
Y'all
before
are funny.
Dawn leaves, we have had a wonderful show, and it just so happens this is the end of Black History Month, males Black Health Month. Why they added everything together? Pride, Black Music Month, and we have two powerful women that are in their right, in their ownership, in their entrepreneurship. Dawn, Dawn, say your whole name, and your real name is not Dawn.
No. My name is Simka Eshet Atur Shalem. It means joyful and happiness, and I'm married to a man that deals with perfection and wholeness.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn, meet Tyson Bell.
Hi.
Hey, Dawn.
Hi.
Tyson, Dawn is a entrepreneur who does
Bath and body.
Wonderful. My favorite
And
topic.
sea moss.
Oh,
We make sea
Yes,
moss.
she makes sea moss.
Tyson
So-
is a proactive advocate for justice here in Illinois, who was a candidate for mayor in Joliet. She was our
Oh, wow.
host earlier. You know, I've been waiting to get you on, Dawn, because you call me every day and give me commentary about the show. But because this is the end of the month and then next month's July, it feels so good to have two powerful, inspiring African-American women on the show. We've never had this. This is our first time, episode 13 on the UnDustry. And it's happy y'all can meet each other. I asked Tyson to come back because she left her meeting, which was for economic transformation in the Cook County area, as she works it in Joliet and Chicago. Dawn is a resident, raised and born in Chicago, now in Atlanta, who is gonna find her hustle in Africa.
that's all right.
Yes. Yeah. That
That's
is so
what's up. That's
powerful.
what's up.
Yeah.
So everybody, again, Dawn, tell us how we can find your products as we leave, and tell us, tell your friends and family to watch the show, and how we can watch more of your clips and advertise for your product. Because I want Tyson to do it again instead of me telling her she can close the show with her.
Okay.
If you haven't, ladies, already, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
We are. I am.
You know, we trying. We trying. And we going. We moving.
Yes.
We moving.
Yes, you all
Thank
are.
you guys for the support as always.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So again, the name of my company, and I'm co-founder of Nature's Natural Lather. So you can find us at naturesnaturallather.com. You can find it as Nature's Natural Lather on all social media platforms, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. So
yeah, I'm looking into all that.
yeah, yes, please do.
Definitely.
All right. And can y'all hear me all right?
Yes.
We got you.
So you can find me, Equity and Transformation Chicago, at eatchicago.org. Don't compete with me, eat with me. You can find out more about what we were discussing earlier on the Big Payback campaign. That's all there for you. So eatchicago.org and Eat Chicago on Instagram, Facebook as well. Like us, check us out and find out more about the war on drugs reparations for the Big Payback. Help us get these signatures, help us get these reparations to our people.
Yeah, give my people this money, man. They owe us, man. Go on and give us this money, man. Just go on and give us what you owe. That's it. Y'all done did it for the Jews. Y'all done did it for everybody else, man. Just go and look out for us, man. We had a hand in building this country too. Shit.
You're muted. You're muted. Yeah, you're.
Okay. Last question, and ladies first. And Jay, I want you to answer, and then I'll say mine. Tyson, if you can get, as you all have already given people $500 as an example of reparations through the campaign of the cannabis project that you all did, if you can get the 40 acres and a mule, what would Ticey Bell do?
Oh, wow. Listen, I truly believe in that informal community. So I want to set up some trade programs for mechanics, painters, and those who do it the best, like the housing, you know what I'm saying? Like we need to build the block back, but we need those folks who can build with their hands. So literally, like, I feel like I would put that into an education institutional system for Black business owners. I think that's the most powerful thing we can do right now, and get those state contracts, right? So that 40 acres and a mule is going directly to the informal worker, to the people who have been, working for under $15, or just showing up at your house to fix your car and fix your plumbing and paint, do whatever. So I would definitely take that money and start up some training and trade programs for those individuals, old and young.
You wouldn't put it in the AI? You wouldn't just let AI do all that stuff you said? It's a show. I'm doing this for entertainment.
No, seriously. Like,
I saw your face like, Tanel, you know better than that.
I doubt it. I would buy some herbs and stuff on the side and set up some, hood doctor, things with my cousins for sure. Healthy eating, get us eating right. You know what I'm saying? Make some candles with my girls. All of that in the informal community, everything we do in the bill. And it's nice to meet you, sister. I did not.
Likewise.
I definitely wrote down naturesnaturallather.com. So I hope that I can order. I tell my people all the time, in order for us to stimulate the economy, you find your customer, you find your base. I have to buy this stuff every month. So I'm a repeated customer of everyone that I buy products from. And I believe in that. I believe that's how we do it. Right. So anyway, that's my time. 40 acres and a mule, reparations. Let's get it.
Yes.
Don, same
No. Miss Ticey get my vote. She gets my vote and my dollar. I am in support of everything she just said.
Okay. Yeah, basically, if I was to get the reparations, I would definitely just invest in a lot of property and a lot of land. I'm talking about acres. I want to be in a position where I can just leave my kids, get them a head start, because our parents couldn't do it for us. Their parents couldn't do it for them. I just want to break that, just break that curse. Like whatever cycle that we've been doing and we've been involved in is not working. We got to try something else. So with the respirations, am I saying that shit right?
Reparations.
Yeah, terrible. But
okay.
I would just like to buy property, land, and just leave my kids with something. Give them a little head start. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Changing the world, that's a big task. But I'm just more on a real note. I just want to, I don't want to leave this earth with my kids in the same position that I was in, or that I've been in. And that's basically where I'm at. And I got 4 of them. I got 2 boys, 2 girls, and a grandson. So I got some work to do. But that's basically my real goal, And like I said, if this, how you say it again? Reparations. If that kicks in, if that goes accordingly, then that'll be my goal. Yeah, I just want to get these. I just want to get my kids right. I figure by the time I get it, by the time we do get that, I probably won't even give a damn no more. I'll probably just be, old. I don't know, but I just probably wouldn't care. I just be like, look, make sure they good. You know what I'm saying? Take care of them. Leave me alone. Give me my weed, give me my drink. Give me a fishing pole so I can go fish every now and then, and just let me be. Straight up. That's just me.
And that's my friend, everybody. Yeah. With me, even if y'all hear the echo, I'm gonna just say it. I would transfer that money into a project that would be effective as they have affected us, not to be impressionable upon them and their children, that's including our children. But like, if you talk to me as Dawn or Jay and Ticey has talked to me, I've always had a dream to compete with the Lollapaloozas and things like that. I think there's enough content we have as African Americans without being poached for our content that we can capitalize on. So that would be my, as Jay said, buy the land, wood socket, have them come there. Everything they need is there. I'll be able to Bill Gates it there. You know what I'm saying? And then take care of my people. You know, a lot of times people say my ideals reflect kind of a dictator ideal for Kanye or Bill Gates or Bezos, but I think they're not off track. I just think they come from another culture, so they don't benefit the ideals of their blessings of luck or capital. So they become capitalists. I think you can have all these things and not be a capitalist. So I would, as I said, move it in a fashion that I can impose a culture that is more ideal for the sake of my people than the harm for my people.
Hey man, you need to go talk to Larry King or something with all this. Your idea of shit. You just extra advanced and shit, man. You just really extra advanced, boy. I swear. Hey, we're gonna end this now, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone past the 2-hour mark. We got to start being a little more punctual when it comes to this.
This is our birthday weekend. His birthday was yesterday. Mine's tomorrow. This is our birthday show. We got 2 beautiful black women.
Woo!
I enjoy the show. He don't know what to do with that camera. He's over there.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, ladies. My birthday was yesterday. That's why I'm still drinking. So,
Enjoy your birthdays, fellas.
I sure will. Ladies, and once again, I thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for speaking with us and spending time with us.
Thank you for inviting
Appreciate
me.
it to the utmost.
Thank you.
All right.
This is the UnDustry every Tuesday, 1 to 3. Tell a friend, share with friends and family. You ladies are always welcome to come back to push your projects and products. So I hope to see you, if not every week, every other week. We didn't even get to talk about 4th of July. These old antics on Pride. We'll talk about it next week. And Dawn, thank you. I bet Atlanta was crazy.
Oh, I don't know. I was in Ohio. So I can't even tell you.
Oh, I don't know what I was into.
Nor would I know, because I wouldn't put I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
All right. Ladies, we will see you guys soon, and thank you so much. The UnDustry Podcast. Please check us out, YouTube Live, THAUNDUSTRY. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you do. Keep it simple. Much love to everybody. Instagram, the UnDustry, THAUNDUSTRY. Check us out. Much love. See you guys next Tuesday. Interview still coming up, and it's getting hot. All right. Much love to everybody. Peace.